What's up, everyone? Yesterday I finally was able to see the Backrooms, but this is the Everything Must Go edition of the Backrooms. So, now, okay. Now, before I talk about the Backrooms here, I'm going to talk about two movies very shortly, okay? One that I did not get a chance to see in theaters, but I finally saw the movie, and then one that I did see last week in theaters too, but I also too did not have too much time to do. So I'm gonna talk about these two first before I get into the backwards. Okay. So the first one I saw was Obsession. Now I want to see this movie in theaters. I really want to. I have co-workers tell me this is the best horror movie in years. Now, the version I watched the unrated cut on Apple TV. That was the cut I watched. So, is this the best horror film since Hereditary? No. But this is still, my opinion, a perfect horror masterpiece. Like, this is honestly one of the rarest horror movies, especially today, where I can actually straight up say I generally think it's like a 10 out of 10. Like, there's not a single negative thing I could generally say about Obsession. Now, unfortunately, I cannot remember the actor's name, unfortunately, but the girl who played Nikki in the movie, I thought she was absolutely phenomenal in the movie. I generally believe I'm gonna be so pissed off if she is not nominated for Best Actress at the Oscars. I will generally be pissed off because she was so damn good in this movie. She was sweet at times. She was generally just creepy. Like, she goes from sweet to weird to just messed up. Like, the guy who also played Bear in the movie, he also was just phenomenal too. I think everyone in this movie did a phenomenal job. Care Baker, I'm sorry, I cannot remember this director's name. I'm so sorry if I get it wrong, but this guy is already a director. I'm already excited to see what his next project is, because I generally believe that he is a director that, like Ari Aster today, I think he's definitely going to be a director that horror fans will definitely be looking forward to seeing. 28 years later, Bone Temple was my favorite movie of the year so far. But up until now, Obsession is now my new number one favorite of the year. And honestly, I will be surprised if there's any movie that comes out for the rest of the year that honestly tops this movie, because I love this movie. It just takes a simple premise of just be careful what you wish for, and it just makes a very messed up, disturbing tale all about it. We all want our crushes to love us, but this movie shows you, hey, you do that, this is what's gonna happen. So yeah, Obsession. I really love this movie, and I'm so happy. The movie just recently surpassed $400 million, by the way, too. I'm so happy this movie is having the success that it is. If you have not got a chance to see this movie, please do so. I will not talk to you if you haven't seen the movie. I'm just joking, but still. There's no reason why you should not watch this movie. Please go see it. Please watch it if you haven't. So, alright there. That's Obsession. That movie, I gave a 10 out of 10. That movie was just perfect. A 10 out of 10, A+, 5 out of 5 stars. Okay, here. Now, the second movie here is a movie I actually saw in theaters last week. And this is definitely going to be short, because I actually have no clue how to even do a review of this movie. And that's Jackass Best and Last. Now, when I was in middle school, I watched a few episodes of the MTV show when I was in middle school. Not all, but I've watched a few. I've watched the movies only recently during my high school years during the lockdown on Netflix. So while I have some nostalgia for it, I wasn't like, I was born in the early 2000s. I have no deep nostalgia for them. But This movie here, because you remember when Jackass Forever came in theaters in 2022, that movie was heavily marketed as like the final movie, and it was supposed to be. I mean, Johnny Knoxville. He really got a brutal concussion and like broke his ribs during the bull stunt in that movie. We all thought that was it, but no. 4 years later, the gang is back, and what the movie that Knoxville and Jeff and all of them are marketing as like the grand finale. Like, this is it. After this, no more. So how is the grand finale? Well, let me start off by saying this was a very funny movie. I'm not gonna lie. This was very funny. Also very emotional too. Seeing Ryan Dunn and the never before seen footage and replaying the iconic moments, as well as seeing Bam back. That really was emotional. But if I was to be honest though, this of all the 5 Jackass movies, even if you even want to include back Grandpa, I was gonna do that too. Of all of them, this is probably my least favorite of all the Jackass movies, because it's like if you wanted to include the most iconic stunts from the Jackass series franchise, couldn't you like do something like a Jackass Greatest Hits for Paramount Plus or something like that? I don't know. But what I do know though is this was a very emotional farewell to the gang. It's one of the very few. I like all the movies, okay? I like all these movies. But it's just there's a reason why this review is short. It's because, like, how in the world am I supposed to even, like, review this movie? This is generally just more reaction, honestly, though. So Jackass Best and Last. I gave this movie a 7 out of 10. The only reason why I'm not gonna give it like anything higher simply because what the movie is, but also it's like I generally just wish there was more new stuff they filmed like this year. I generally wish there was. I loved seeing the never before seen footage, but it's like, if I want to watch them, I'll just watch them on YouTube or Paramount, Netflix, whatever. I don't know. It's like, knowing that there's not going to be a Jackass 5.5, I definitely made a great best decision to see this in theaters. So yeah, Jackass Best and Last. A very funny and an emotional farewell to one of the most iconic groups of this century. And then I give the movie like a B, and then maybe like a 3 out of 5. And now, finally, the Backrooms, the Everything Must Go edition. Now, I'm going to do 2 videos for this movie, okay? I'm going to do 2 videos for this movie. I'm going to talk about the non-spoilers here, and then I'm going to do a spoiler-filled review, okay? So this is just what I saw. So this movie came out in late May. I did not get a chance to see this opening weekend. But once I heard that there was a new cut coming on the way, I knew I had to see this. I could finally say this. With all the hype down, is this movie good or is it overrated? I'm going to say this right here. This is definitely one of the best horror films of the year, no question. And this is hands down one of the coolest looking movies you will ever see in a movie theater. However, this movie's not perfect. The Backrooms is anything but perfect. Let me start with the positives. And I'm sorry, just like with Obsession, I know the actors, but unfortunately I just cannot pronounce their names. But like the guy from 12 Years a Slave and Doctor Strange who plays Clark in the movie, he was absolutely really good in the movie. I thought the actress, who I also know her from The Worst Person in the World, I think that's the name of that movie, from Norway. Who was also very good. Like, everybody in this movie did a good job, but those 2 specifically were really great. And I could tell you this right here as well. This is hands down one of the best looking movies this century. It's just something about, I even said this right here. I said this. When you look at the pictures of the Backrooms, there's just, it's made to be seen on the big screen. So, it makes perfect sense why why this movie's already making this much money and why it's already A24's biggest movie ever. I mean, it's already surpassed like 350 million. It's going to continue making more. And and one thing that even makes me very happy to see is that the actual creator of the Backrooms is actually the same person who's directing this movie. That I'm really happy to see. I mean, but if I had to pick some negatives though, I mean, now I watched a little bit of the creepypasta videos when I was my senior year in high school, but like I kind of did like. I get that like they couldn't do everything because the budget was at 10 million. I get they couldn't do everything, but I kind of did wish they did expand to a little bit more of the lore of the original game, not game, visual videos to this movie, just a little bit more. And I know about the post-credit scene. I ain't gonna talk about that in the spoiler review, okay? I'm gonna talk about that in the spoiler review, so don't. But overall, with the Backrooms, I'm not gonna lie. Is this a disappointing movie? I will say just a little bit because I had a little high expectations, but just a little disappointment. But I'm not gonna lie though. But also though, this is still one of the best horror movies of the year. I mean, it's already in my top 10 favorites of the year so far. I mean, I can't wait to see. I mean, they already were confirmed part 2 is on the way. I mean, and they really are looking to expand the lore into that sequel. So apparently, so I cannot wait to see what happens here. So for that version of the Backrooms there, now I have a grade, but that grade is going to be told in my spoiler review, okay? So yeah, there y'all have it there. So there y'all have it.